Hi, it's Niall again from Chapterhouse. What if? I want to talk today about what we call the conditionals. I want to talk about two conditionals, what we call the zero conditional and the first conditional. If you take a pot of water and you put it over heat, and if you heat the water to 100 degrees Celsius, it boils. That's a scientific fact. When we talk about scientific facts, when we talk about facts, things in the real world which are always the case, if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. If you freeze water, it turns to ice. When we talk about those things, we use a structure where we use if plus a present simple followed by another present simple. So if you heat water, it boils. If you cool water down, it freezes. If you freeze water, it turns to ice. So when you want to talk about facts in the real world, in the physical world, we use the zero conditional, and the structure is the if plus present in present. And in actual fact, when we say that if you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils, that happens every single time that you do it. So in reality, you can actually say when you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. So for the zero conditional, you can use if or you can use when. So when you heat water to 100 degrees, it boils. When you freeze water, it turns to ice. So that is the zero conditional. Now, when you want to talk about the future, a possible future, we would say, for instance, if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. If it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. This is what we call the first conditional. And the structure is really very simple. It's if and the present simple and then a future simple. So this is the condition. This is the condition, and this is the result of what will happen, or what could happen, or what might happen, or what can happen because of this condition. So if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. If you eat too much chocolate, you will get sick. If you eat too much chocolate, you can get sick, or you might get sick. So these are real world possibilities about the future. So if it rains tomorrow, I will stay home. If I study hard, I can pass the exam. If I study hard, I might pass the exam. If I study hard, I will pass the exam. If you help me, I will be very grateful. So this is a possible future based upon this condition. So the structure is always if, and then the present simple, and then the second part of the sentence uses I can, or I will, or I might, or even I could. So that is a basic overview of the differences between the zero conditional and the first conditional. One is talking about facts. If you heat water, it boils. If you freeze water, it turns to ice. And the other is talking about possible futures in the real world. If I study hard, I can pass the exam. And if you study these videos hard, you will learn.